Pretty busy beach. Last week of 2025. Hey, Jackster. Hello, everybody. My shadow's taking over. It's so beautiful. These waves are lake-like, but this is actually the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, it's only in Florida. Everybody's friendly. This is Lauderdale by the Sea, live. Last week of 2025. We are live in 2025. There's boats everywhere. There are big cruise ships going out. I don't know if you can see them over there, but I think that's a cruise ship. Yes, Jackster, Happy New Year to you too. Everyone's in the water today. It's gorgeous. Looks like these waves are starting to build up a little momentum, but you can't surf on them. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. And the sea is shining tonight, the end of the day. And let's go see how warm the water is, because everybody's in it. Everyone's in the water. Oh, it's warm like soup. Well, I don't know. It's not warm like soup. It's pretty warm. It's a little tad on the chilly side. Hey, Addis. Hi, Two Stroke. Miserable and raining Central Florida. Oh, no. You know, we often don't get the rain over here on the coast. I don't often go swimming. It's not that I never do. I don't do it on my show because I've got my phone and my camera equipment, so I can't go swimming. Hey, Texas. Today's show is an important public service announcement show, because I know I've got people here who maybe have never been to the beach, don't really know much about it, and as beautiful as the beach is, it can also be dangerous. And this beach that we're on right now was the scene of a horrible tragedy in 2024. Yes, it looks beautiful and perfect today. But in a 2024, a little girl lost her life here on this beach. This is Lauderdale by the Sea in Florida. And it was a beautiful beach day like today. And there was a family sitting very close to where this family is sitting that you see right here. With their chairs and their blankets and umbrellas and snacks and everything. And there were 2 children in this family. And the children were digging a hole right in front of their parents. Digging a hole. And it was a pretty big hole. And all of a sudden, the 2 children were in the hole when it caved in. And the little girl, her name was Sloan Mattingly. Little Sloan was engulfed in sand. And her brother was right beneath her. Sorry, I mean right above her. When this hole just suddenly closed up on them. Sloan lost her life, and the little boy was in the hospital for at least a week or 2 after that. And the family is destroyed. I've been doing this show, The Beach Report, for the past 10 years. And you will often see me notice children digging a hole at the beach. And I will stop everything to go over and inform their parents. I always ask them, where are your parents? And let their parents know that what they're doing could be very dangerous. Sadly, the parents were right in front of them. That's the thing about these holes. You think you're watching your kids, and you could be watching a tragedy. So whenever I see, wow, really, Tennessee Techs, oh my gosh, what a horrible day that was. So anytime I see children digging holes, and I've been doing this for the past 10 years, long before Sloan Mattingly was even born, and pointing out to families that they need to keep their children out of holes. Digging holes at the beach could be a deadly experience. Hey, Paul. And 99% of the time, the parents thank me when they pull their children out. Every now and then I'll run across a belligerent parent that doesn't want anybody telling her what to do. And I think that's sad, because people don't realize how incredibly dangerous it is to dig holes at the beach. Especially for little children. You know, somebody who only weighs, say, 30, 40 pounds can be crushed in an instant. Sinkholes are real. Sinkholes at the beach, absolutely. They can happen. You're close to the water, you're digging a hole. It can happen at any moment. You know, Stanley, it's a sad fact that parents don't always realize how dangerous it can be to come to a place like this. And I always have somebody come on my shows, like this handy fan who's probably just a troll, but they don't ever really believe me. And a little girl lost her life here, so I'm going to prove it to you that it is a danger. And I'm going to show you that they actually created a law here in Lauderdale by the Sea in honor of little Sloan Mattingly. I think she was like 8 years old when she died. But it's a very real danger. And actually, a sinkhole can happen anywhere where you are digging holes. You know, Stanley, I care so much because if I had just been here that day and seen Sloan and her brother in that hole, I guarantee you, and this is one of my favorite beaches, I guarantee you I would have pulled those children out myself. At the least, I would have begged their parents to get them out of the hole immediately. So it's not something to joke about. It is something that's very real, and children die every year because their parents are not educated on this fact. Okay, so here's the proof. This sign was put in by Lauderdale by the Sea, this little town, in honor of Sloan Mattingly. Eight years old. Nobody wants to control other people, Shooter. We want to inform them. Don't dig holes at the beach. Don't let your children play in holes at the beach. That's all. I don't want to control anybody, but if I could save one child's life, then that's what I'm doing. Now, Sloan died, and I hope that because of her death, a lot of families will now understand how incredibly dangerous it is. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your kindness and memorializing this little girl who died of a completely senseless accident that never should have happened. You know, Shooter, I've never pulled anybody's kids out of a hole. I'm just saying, if I had seen these children in a hole this deep, I would have done something about it. Children should absolutely be allowed on the beach. I think that the beach is a great place for children to learn everything. I know, I'm sorry, Jack. I also tear up when I think about Sloan, and I think about all the other children who have died senselessly because of this accident. But yeah, I'm not responsible for what happened to Sloan, but I can say if I had been on the beach that day, I would have told her parents to pull her out of the hole, and this wouldn't have happened. That's all. Hard to please guy. You remember when I sang Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood like, what, 3 months ago? You liked it this much? That's funny. Yes, that poor little girl had her whole life ahead of her. Thank you, Jack. Bye, Addis. Have a great day. Anyway, this is my PSA of the day. I wanted to let you guys know how dangerous it is to dig holes. Instead, if you see children at the beach, they should be making sandcastles. Sandcastles are wonderful for imagination, and it teaches them about physics and all sorts of cool things. I know, hard to please, Guy. It is a depressing topic, but again, it's an accident that is completely avoidable if you know the facts. So thank you, Tex. I want all of you guys to go forth in the world from now on, and when you see a child digging a hole at the beach, tell them not to do that. Is for more people to be aware that this is danger, and I do it in honor of little Sloan Mattingly. All right, how does that start? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a wonderful day in this neighborhood, a wonderful day for this neighbor. Could you be mine? Won't you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since it's tomorrow, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please won't you be my neighbor? How's that? And you know, you can make a moat around a sandcastle. You just don't want to make a hole you get into and it can collapse in on you, that's all. All right, you guys got your Mr. Rogers Neighborhood song. Look at these little kids having so much fun. See, this is what the beach is all about. Running on the sand, they fall down, they don't get hurt, collecting seashells, learning about wildlife on the beach, learning that there are certain things you can't touch, certain things you do not want to put in your mouth. Don't drink the seawater. I mean, there are lots of rules, but lots of fun to be had at the beach. It's one of the most wonderful places for kids. You're so funny, hard to please. But I like it. I like it. I'm glad you're here. I hope that everybody watching is subscribed and that you are liking this video. Tonight we're gonna get into another jazzy mood and go see Anthony Corrado at Blue Jean Blue. So I hope you will join me there. Right now I just wanted to take in this beautiful sunset coming down the pike, and I did not know that they actually made a law against digging holes here, and I'm really so glad to see that in honor of Sloan Mattingly. Look, you can see over here there is a cruise ship going out. That's a big one. Don't worry, Gary, I got you covered. We're in sunny South Florida. Cruise ships are leaving, all sorts of fun stuff going on here. We always have fun in South Florida. Every day is beautiful. You know, we didn't have one hurricane this year. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I love Siesta Key. That's one of my favorites. What a beautiful beach that is. Look, we've got all sorts. We've got airplanes, and we've got kites. That's a cool kite, isn't it? Other things to do at the beach. So many things to do at the beach. But you know what? There's one thing that I love that everybody does at the beach that I'd like to help them with, and that is reading books. Did you know that I'm now a book publisher? And I am looking for authors. Fishing and trolling. I don't want to kill the fish. I've never seen sand fleas here. Unless you're talking about the really big ones that are like, we always called them sand crabs. People catch them in order to fish with them. They exist here. Hey, Oleg B. You're on the ship. Port Richey's beautiful. Did you know that right off of the coast of Florida is the third largest coral reef in the world? So that's why this is also a very popular place for scuba diving. Oh, hard to please, trolling the fish and get put in a timeout. So funny. I forgot to laugh. All right, let's go see what the waves are doing. Let's check the waves. That's surfer talk for let's check the waves. Wow, look at that. It's an umbrella that they turn into like a little sand cave, a beach cave. That's pretty cool. It's called a sport Bella. That is nice. Look at the whole family could be in there. That's very neat. I'm kind of obsessed with like the little pop-up tents and stuff you can use at the beach. Not like I would ever use them, but they look really cool. So the temperature, when I got out of my car, it said 89 degrees, but it's a little bit breezy here on the shoreline. So I'm gonna guess it's probably about 85. Oh, the sponge docks are cool to watch, and I love seeing manatee. I don't see them near often enough. No, not talking about homeless. We're talking about people at the beach. Fly, go fly, kite. The New York Knicks is my basketball team. You know what, Harold? I used to work on a show about basketball. It was called NBA's Inside Stuff. Does anybody remember that? I worked on that show back in the late 80s with Ahmad Rashad. Remember that? Yeah. I don't know anything about basketball. Everything I know about basketball, I learned from NBA's Inside Stuff. I was the teleprompter. So I made the host. It was Ahmad Rashad and a woman. I always want to say it was Felicia, but Felicia was his wife. No, I think her name was Julie or something like that. Was he fired? He wasn't fired when I was there. I don't remember Shane Nair. I don't remember her. I just remember working with Ahmad Rashad, and I think her name was Julie Moran. I think. I could be wrong. It was a woman. And I almost got fired from that show. I fell asleep doing the teleprompter. Yeah. It was a bad job for me because there are two things that make me fall asleep. Watching television and reading. And that job is both. Managed to do it for about a year though. It was fun. It was fun to work in the television industry. I know, I'm obsessed with this kite over here. What do you guys think? Who's Adam Silver? Name sounds familiar. Is that a sports or an actor? I don't know. I just really can't be impressed with anybody who's on TV or the movies. I'm thinking that a lot of them, especially the really famous ones, they're just puppets. And maybe they're not very good people. I don't know. That's right, Nasser. It's Florida. Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. This is one of my most favorite beaches ever. And if you can tell, you can look into the water, you can see it is crystal clear. It's crystal clear. Oh, Daytona's great too. Julie Moran, that's it. I was right. Thank you, Catwalk. Beautiful water. Very warm. Then we got this guy flying through the ocean. Wow. Hey, Reiner. Vamonos. Where are we going, Reiner? Hi, Abdullah. We are live in Lauderdale by the Beach, Florida. I'm sorry, Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. It's a little bit north of Fort Lauderdale. One of the sweetest little towns in Florida. And it's just a gorgeous beach day. I just wanted to take you guys to the beach and send you all forth in the world by telling all the children that you ever see at the beach in the future not to dig holes. No digging holes, right? Make sandcastles instead. Build it up. Blizzard and snow up north and on the beach of Florida. Wait, you mean blizzard and snow up north, but not on the beach in Florida. What's your real question, Abdullah? We're in Florida. What do you want to know? Okay, you're from Pakistan. Hello. Welcome to the Beach Report. Have you liked and subscribed yet? So we've got a sunset coming in the west. There are no lifeguards on these beaches, believe it or not. But you know what? Where there's no lifeguards, there's a free beach. So there's that. You have to be your own lifeguard. You have to watch the children in the water. You have to be very careful. But I kind of like that there are no lifeguards and there is no cost to be on the beach. Nobody's making lots of rules. There are some rules, and there's a new rule that you cannot dig holes at the beach, which I think is fantastic and I totally love. Everybody's sailing today, Reiner. Everybody's in the water, boats everywhere, and a really big cruise ship going out to sea right there. See it? You guys can look up and find out what cruise ship just left Port Everglades, and we'll know which one that is. It is a big one too. It just left Port Everglades. The water is gorgeous and delightful. Look how clean and crystal clear it is. How does it look fake to you? Magoo's getting seasick. It's the ocean. You can't really fall in. I can walk in though, and I will, and I am. I'm in it. I'm in the drink. I'm in the water. Woo! You can see my shadow is swimming. Swimming! No, the ship is right there. You can look it up if you guys want to know what kind of cruise ship that is. All you have to do is go to the Port Everglades website and see which cruise ship just left. There are no gators here whatsoever, Magoo. I've never seen a gator here on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. Not once, not ever. No gators, no crocodiles, nothing like that. Sharks, yes. Gators, no. All right, Frog. You go on with your mirage. But seriously, if anybody wants to look it up, I wish you would. Tell me which cruise ship that is that just left Port Everglades. That's a big one. Frog, do you live in the real world? Do you know what an ocean looks like? Have you been to the ocean in your life? It's become a very interesting and strange phenomenon, I've noticed, that people start thinking that looking at the ocean or anything on the Beach Report, thinking that it's fake. There's nothing fake on the Beach Report ever. And it's kind of sad that people think they cannot trust their eyes anymore. Okay, Catwalk, you looking for the ship? Good, good, I love that. I always want to know, which ship is that? You see those ships all around me. If you look really far down there, you see the lighthouse. Little Hillsborough Lighthouse. Okay, living in a fantasy. It sounds good, but is it really? We got a helicopter coming in over here. Yeah, you know it, Gretchen. How you doing, Gracie? I'm live now. We're at the beach. There's stuff in the air. There's stuff in the ocean. There's birds. The fish are in there. We can't see them. People in the ocean. Very, very busy day today. I've never been to the Dominican Republic, Reiner. So beautiful. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm not going to stay on much longer because I have to go home and get ready for the show tonight. We've got Anthony Corrado doing his jazz music at Blue Jean Blues. You guys always love that, so I make an effort to take you to see my friend Anthony and to hear his story. One of the things that I like most about Anthony is how much he loves God. Hello, how to, honey? Wait a minute, Mary, right? Your name is Mary. Tell me if I'm wrong. I get confused sometimes. People tell me their real names, and then I got to remember two names. But I try it. I think it's Mary Lee. Is that it? Let me know. Yeah. Blues Brothers, yeah. Frogs are invading the salt water. Oh, that's Deborah Lee. I had the Lee part right. Okay, another Deborah. That's good. You're part of my Deborahs. I have a very big group of Deborahs who watch me. Yeah, you guys will have to join me tonight for the Anthony Corrado live show. Always a good time. So Anthony goes on around 7, but that doesn't mean the show will start at 7. So I would say between 7 and 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Look at this beautiful water, so clean, so gorgeous. Oh, look, these kids are gonna do my favorite thing, boogie boarding, but that little girl's board is broken. That is not cool, sweetheart. Boogie boarding with a broken board, ew, dangerous, I don't like it. Yay, catwalk, thank you. Thank you, and if any of you would like to consider my members only group, my members group, not members only, that sounds like OnlyFans. It is not like that. I know, Deborah, you need to get yourself down here. It's so gorgeous. All right, Gretchen, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Come on back for the jazz show. Yeah, well, it's not the best boogie boarding waves, but they're having fun. I just feel bad for that little girl using a broken board. That makes it a lot harder. Oh, look how cute. Holding hands, making plans. Where's the shark, Paul? Where's the shark? We don't see sharks here very often. And you can see down here, this is Lauderdale by the Sea's famous pier, which was destroyed, I believe, in Hurricane Ian 3 years ago. Same hurricane that I lost my husband. Hello, George. Hi, Tina. Welcome, everybody. We are live in Lauderdale by the Sea, doing our quick beach report at sunset. Don't let the sun go down on me. It's 4:51 here, Reiner. Oh, it's Ulugby. I thought you were on the cruise ship. Who's working on finding out what cruise ship that is? Just pull up the website for Port Everglades and see which cruise ship just left. And I think there might be another one. It's like, this is a big day or a big week for cruise ships to go out because a lot of them do their New Year's cruise ships. It does look like a ghost ship, doesn't it? It's a big one. Carnival, thank you, George. Carnival, what's the ship called? Reiner, you are very, very artistic. There's drunk people on that cruise ship. I'm sure it's a drunk party. All the cruise ships have drunk people on them. That is normal. That's what they do. Because nobody has to drive, you know? Do you guys like to cruise? Raise your hand if you like to cruise. I don't hate it. I don't go out of my way to do it though. Because look, I live at the beach. And you know, being on a cruise means there is no beach. It's just ocean all around you. Art of love, Rain. Nice. Deborah's gonna stand in the ocean, wash away my tears. I will stand in my experience and embrace the wisdom years. I love it, girlfriend. I love it. I'm here for you. I support you in your mission. Because seriously, this is the best place to embrace the wisdom years, and you never have to be cold. I don't like to be cold. You know, when I left Pittsburgh 10 years ago, I had become convinced that if I stayed there any longer, I was going to slip on ice and break my head open. Well, that's a good question, Randall, but it's a little bit off topic. You know, I don't really like the word miracle because I witness miracles all the time, and I'm thinking now that they probably are not miracles. We should not be impressed when the Lord comes through for us. I think we should realize that He does this for us all the time, every day. So it's not really a miracle. Reminds me of a song though. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel by the hand, turned him around, miracle of miracles, led him to the lion's den. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought would never be. God has given you to me. You know, Deborah, I like you more and more every day. That was, she says, get your finger out of your nose so you can make room for a thought. That was a good comeback. Yeah, Magoo, the beach in New Jersey, man, I almost lost my son there, so I feel ya. I feel ya. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I thought once upon, turned by his side and miracle of miracles, God just made a wall come down. I don't remember all the words right now. No, George, I don't want to show anyone what I look like. I don't know if you've noticed on my show, but when I show myself and I'm at the beach and I'm wearing minimal clothes, you know, I'm at the beach like everybody else. I'm wearing a bathing suit. And I don't want to show that on my show, because if I do, the pigs will say something about it. I don't like to show myself when I know that men are leering at me. I don't like it and I don't want it, so I'm not going to do it. Thanks, Deb. Oh, thank you, John. George knows what I look like. You don't have to see me today. I just, I'm not here for the abuse. So I'd rather show the ocean than myself. And I do look fine, Magoo. I always look fine, but there's always going to be somebody to come on and make me feel objectified, or like, it's sad. Or they tell me I'm old, and I am old, and I'm fine with being old. I just don't need some, young person coming on and calling me granny and saying crap to me. I don't need it. Yeah, Frog. Oh dear is right. It just gets annoying. I don't put my face on this show to get any kind of attention. Deborah. I am what I am. I look the way I look. I'm not changing it. I don't use filters. I don't wear makeup. And just me. And how I look really has no bearing on what comes out of my mouth. Yeah, you can see my shadow, right, Yuli B? You guys know what I look like. And you know the kind of crap that I get from, and I'm going to say, I notice it's a certain kind of a man that says nasty, sexist things to me. Thank you, Reiner. I appreciate that. But there's always this certain kind of man that will come on and try to make me feel like I am just a sex object, and I'm not, and I don't like it. Hey, Sleek. It's sad. It's sad that a woman can't just be herself without people criticizing her body or her looks or making her feel like all she's good for is, Thank you, Sleek. I hope your day is blessed as well. There's more to me than what I look like. That's right, Tex. I'm fun, and I will always take you guys to fun places, show you fun things, interesting things, teach you about stuff, learn a little bit myself. That's what we do on the Beach Report. And when I don't feel like showing you guys what I look like, it's simply because I do really get tired of the nasty comments I get from certain kinds of men. And I don't feel bad or any of that. They can't make me feel anything. Oh, look, another cruise ship. There is another one. I was right. Cruise ship number 2 is out. It's not as big as cruise ship number 1, but it's big. Magoo, the comments aren't random, though. Some of them are definitely not random. They're just rude. I don't want to be a sex symbol. I am 60 years old. That's not what I'm about. You French shaved your eyebrows. Deborah. Oh, you are so funny. Yep, that's it. I got no eyebrows. Good one. Look at this guy. He's really in there deep. He's swimming away. He's bobbing. I think he can touch the bottom. I'll show everybody else, just not myself. Or how about those people that pass out drunk and then somebody like draws on their face? Yeah, that never happened to me. If anything, I'm the one doing the drawing. No, I'm joking. I would never do that to anybody. But it is kind of funny. Yep, so we've got 1, 2 big cruise ships. They're leaving. They're going on their New Year's cruises. I did think it was iced tea. You know it. All right, you guys. Well, it's been super fun hanging out with you. But like I said, I gotta get home and get ready for tonight's show with the great Anthony Corrado. I'm gonna relax, listen to some jazz. I know frog holidays are almost over, so we've got just a few more days to enjoy the end of 2025. A horrible year, if you ask me. A year of heartbreak and sadness, losing my dog. I'm not sorry to see this year go. And I'm excited about 2026 because I've got lots of plans and lots of good things are happening in my world. And of course, I'll take y'all with us. Is it the year of the horse? That's supposed to be a good year. So yes, Tex, I'm going live tonight with Anthony Corrado. I'm gonna do another jazz show. You know, it's always fun with Anthony. You never know what he's gonna do. I love it when he just riffing and going off on his whatever instrument that he's playing at the time. It is so much fun. And it's so great to be around someone with so much talent. You know, these days it seems like people with no talent are in the spotlight, and that just is wrong. Ruh-roh. Fire somewhere. All right, you want to walk back to the car with me, everyone? Look at this home. I think that's someone's house. Could be apartments. Beautiful places by the ocean. Everybody wants to live by the ocean. No, I don't live on the ocean, but I don't live far away from it either. And I just quickly want to call attention to this sign here, which I talked about earlier, but this is what my show is about today. It's Sandcastles for Sloan. Sloan Mattingly was a little girl who lost her life here in 2024 when she and her brother were digging a hole by the ocean, just right here. And the hole caved in and killed Sloan and almost killed her brother too. So don't dig holes, build sandcastles instead. Digging deeper than 18 inches is prohibited because it is so dangerous, and that's how Sloan died. So I just wanted to see they made a law against digging holes, digging deep holes, that is. I don't think they should dig any holes, but more than 18 inches, and I guess they'll call the cops. Water wings won't help you if you're in a sand hole that collapses. Well, maybe they'll help a little, I don't know. Anyway, you can see the sunset here. It's on the other side on the west coast, but it's still really pretty. All right, you guys. Don't forget, tonight we're going to see Anthony Corrado, so stay tuned. I'll be back around 7:30-ish, 7:30, maybe 8, who knows, between 7 and 8 for some jazz here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Have a wonderful rest of your evening if I don't see you, but I hope you'll check it out. All right, guys, ciao for now. Yes, gonna get jazzy with